Hello everyone and welcome to the demonstration for the app I built for the Redis hackathon. I've called it CodeRed and it's a tiny task management app that uses a graph to visualize tasks and the relationship between tasks. I was inspired by the Kanban methodology, but instead of lists or columns I'm using a graph to visualize the tasks and their relationships. Most task management apps I found, they use lists or perhaps even a tree to enumerate issues. But I've come to notice that dependencies between those tasks are still very much second-class citizens in most of those applications. Now the core of the application is still very straight. It's a task. A task can have a title, it can have a rich text description, you can assign a status to the task. You can choose the type of the task. You can assign a deadline and also a user to execute the task. Two tasks can be linked together using a relationship. Now I've come up with about 5 types of relationship that should cover most of the use cases required by a personal task management application. A task can block or be blocked by another task. A task can be a child of or a parent to other tasks in order to group them into tasks and subtasks. Or a task can be generically related to another task. So let's add a task to a graph. For example, let's say I want to win a hackathon. This task is in progress, hopefully. It has a deadline of today, May the 15th, and I will assign a random user to it. Now the graph re-renders in a slightly different organization, and you'll notice that we have an extra task here in the hackathon. Let's add another task to it. With the same deadline. And the win hackathon can actually be perhaps an epic. Then let's add the other task as a child. Parent of implement an app. And then we can see that the graph re-renders with the relationship. Let's add another one. Let's link it as well to the epic. And now you can see that we have a nice little tree already. As you can see, this is a very minimalist and bare bones implementation of a basic task management app. There are of course many more features we can add to the application to enhance it more. For example, a search bar, so we can search and filter tasks by content of title or description, or filter it by type or deadline. Or perhaps a button on tasks that lets them collapse the task, collapse all the subtasks beneath the task, so we have a better overview of the complete project. Alright, this was a short overview of CodeRed, the app I built for the Redis hackathon. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed.